Time on 702 DZJS Jesus Saves, kaagapay mo sa katotohanan. Also on TGON's koolFM, GDG Radio, SBS DZMX 954, and Sun Radio 1206. I'm Stephen Liwanag del Sol. Take care and God bless the Philippines.
The Worship Hour is a Christian contemporary music bulletin of the Philippine Christian Fan-Made Broadcasters. All songs featured are duly owned by its respective groups and individuals. Duplication and illegal broadcast of this episode is strictly prohibited. Ito ang 702 DZJS. Kaagapay mo sa katotohanan. Member, Philippine Christian Fan-Made Broadcasters at kapisanan ng mga fan-made broadcasters ng Pilipinas.
You're listening to koolFM. koolFM is a TVH Group of Networks radio station. Tondo's greatest hits are here.
Good morning and welcome to Hello Pilipinas. Yes, it is also a brand new day, and yes, I have a brand new online identity. So I am now known as Cairo, but you can still call me Asphere. So yes, I am now known as Cairo. So yes, as announced yesterday, as announced yesterday that what happened in my branding is that I wanted to start a new chapter entirely. So, well, yeah, and then that also involves the fate of Asphere's Cafe, which I am going to be talking about right now. Okay, so long story short, prior to the rebrand of Asphere as a whole to Cairo, Dreamcar suggested that we should be splitting the segments into two, one for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Tuesdays and Fridays. So I'm already thinking. So yeah, and I approve Dreamcar's idea. That's what I did. I approved Dreamcar's idea of splitting it into separate day parts. So this could spell some fate for Asphere's Cafe. So yeah, although we will still have Asphere's Cafe until next week though, but yeah. So tomorrow Asphere's Cafe will have its last airing. And then in the next week, we will have a brand new start as well, with a new branding, new look, and new studio for Cairo, Fig Form, I'm thinking of separating the shows for each. So one will be for the Cairo show. I don't know. I don't like the Cairo. I don't like the idea of having the name Cairo show. But Fig Forms. Well, I'm thinking of bringing Fig Form to koolFM, of course, because Fig Form is my tech branding of me. So yeah, it's most likely there's a good chance that Fig Form will be also be brought over to, Fig Form. Yeah, Fig Form will be brought over to koolFM. So I might propose the name called Fig Form. Fig Form on koolFM. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, Fig Form. Yeah, it's a tech branding, and I want to have a complete reset on how I view my tech channel. So stay tuned for that one. So it will either be called the Fig Form podcast or the Fig Form show. I don't know, but it's your I mean, it's your choice, guys. But I am already thinking of wanting to split. I'm thinking of wanting to split the show into two, so that is likely going to happen. But yeah, tomorrow, guys, remember this. Tomorrow, Aspire Sky will have its last week of airing, and then by next week, we will have new start with and we will still be here. Dream Car will still be part of co-host, of course, for Mondays. I mean, for all of the days, including the tech show that we are going to be covering. So look forward to that one because I am really, really excited to revive my tech channel and I really want to start fresh. So yeah, thick form. So yeah, you can expect thick form content like the that we talked about in tech. I hope we lessen our. I just hope we lessen our swearing because I want to make it friendly to viewers there. So yeah, the way that we talk about the way that we discuss talk about the new talk about the tech headlines. Expect that to be uploaded to fit form starting next week. So again, we are working on the changes, what it will be called for the fic form and my own show called Cairo, where I'll be talking about the anime as usual and my, of course, what's happening also outside anime. So yeah, I will have my two separate koolFM shows, one for Mondays, Wednesdays, and one for Tuesday and Thursday, which will okay. So yeah, again, one will be for Mondays and Wednesdays, which will be reserved for the Fake Farm show, and Tuesday and Thursdays will be. Why do I keep saying that? But yeah, one will be for Fake Farm, which will be on Mondays and Wednesdays, and one will be for myself, where I'll be talking about anime, of course, where I can talk about my anime interests and such. So that will be uploaded on Cairo as well. So again, let me make it clear. I will be splitting Asper's Cafe into two separate shows that will be going into effect next week. Again, I am thinking of what I will be bringing up, what I will be bringing, what I can take off with my titles and such. So yeah, expect the last week of airing of Asper's Cafe tomorrow. So look forward to that. But again, we are not going anywhere. We just I am ready to step away from Aspire and start a new chapter. So yeah, here we go. All right, we will get into usual lifestyle and entertainment in a bit, and also tomorrow, guys, we will have a huge packed Sona coverage of koolNews. So look forward to that as most of the koolNews anchors, myself included, and Geometric also included, and DJ Steven also included. Literally almost every available koolNews anchors will be joining us for the special Sona coverage from 3 p.m. to until Sona ends. So we will let you know, but it is most likely that Rock weekdays will be preempted. Who knows? But as far as I can confirm, koolNews at 4 p.m. will be preempted. That is for sure because yes, we are doing Sona and koolNews at 4 p.m. won't be available at that time. So yeah, completely understandable. But yeah, if yeah, so yeah, just look forward to our coverage on State of the Nation address by President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. tomorrow. So I hope you can join us for the once again. I hope you can join us for the big. I mean not big, but I mean huge packed coverage. Okay, so look forward to that tomorrow. Stay tuned for that one. All right, 7:10, and we will now get into the first lot of entertainment news right now, which is not going to be part of koolNews again. Well, again, this is not going to be part of koolNews. What only qualifies for koolNews is the regular national and international headlines, not part of entertainment, not including anime and gaming. Okay, so now let's see what's interesting to read for today. Let's see what's interesting to read for today. Okay, well, it's kind of slow news. I mean, it's expected because it's a weekend. Give me a second. So yeah, kind of slow news today, huh? Um, yeah, kind of slow news. Hmm. Yep. Okay. There's nothing I can do to cover. Um. Uh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, nothing interesting in Hollywood today. Nothing interesting in Hollywood. All right then. Well, what else I can cover, right? Maybe anime? Well, actually, anime later. But for now, let's get into everyone's favorite. Well, not technically, but everyone's favorite gaming. And we'll start talking about Llama SMP. But yeah, we'll talk about Llama SMP right now. So, unfortunately, a very unfortunate incident happened yesterday. Regarding the situation that TJ Sen informed me during talk with Sen yesterday. So, and also my tour with the Master Geo as well. Even though Geo isn't present in his show, but yeah, that's unfortunate because what I mean unfortunate is that something bad happened in Llama SMP, and um, I believe they're still investigating right now. I believe they're still investigating. I think because I believe they're still investigating what happened. But yeah, and from what I remember from last night, DJ Sen said that KTR lost something. I might I don't know, but as far as I know, KTR lost uh uh something that is valuable, and it's very unfortunate. That's what I can say here. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. But yeah, I do hope that Lamar SMP situation there gets resolved ASAP. Even though I don't play Minecraft, and playing Minecraft isn't one of my interests, unfortunately, because man, I have to say, man, I am really don't have time to play Minecraft because my time is overloaded, like resting, doing this koolNews thing. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I really wish I could play Minecraft and play Llama SMP, but it's not my thing right now. Also, my thing is that I also want to watch things that I haven't gotten to finish. That's why that will be my priority on that. And gaming and playing Minecraft isn't my priority. So I hope you can respect that one. Alright, now let's get into the rest of gaming. As we have now finished talking about Llama SMP, now let's get into the Japanese gaming happening. Okay, well, let's see what's new here. Okay, of course, new Art of Fighting game and Samurai Showdown action RPG in development. Okay, that's nice. So they announced, they have said, according to Studio SNK. Oh yeah, according to SNK, from Joshua Weatherford, that a new Art of Fighting game and a Summer Showdown action RPG are currently in development. That's what they have said during the EVO 2024 showcase panel for the the King of Fighters 15 and Photo Furry CD of the World. So Weatherford said there's a lot of stuff in the works. There's a lot of stuff I can't talk about, but we have said, and we're trying to. We have got a few projects that are very far out. We want to get more and more stuff because we need more people to make these crazy awesome games. One that got a lot of press over here at EVO is that we have announced that we're making a new Art of Fighting actually. So you're going to see Sword Count in its full 70s gory brawling again. And also one of the projects I am in charge of that we also mentioned at the same time is a Samurai Showdown action RPG. Look forward to that. That one, we have a lot of surprises in store for that one. If you're a fan of these franchises and you're looking for a development job, send in your application. We need more people to help us make these awesome games. I need more people on that team for sure. Further details were not announced. So yeah, that's good news for the fans out there. Even though I kinda have heard of these titles, I haven't played it, but looks good for the remake. I just hope they don't implement the DEI crap and such, because DEI is the thing that nobody asked for. Yeah, DEI is a thing that every company is adopting it that nobody asked for. So yeah. All right, next. Honkai Star Rail 2.4 update finest duel under the Pristine Blue launches on July 31st. So yes, they will have a brand new update coming later this July. And what's new with the update? Well, this is according to MiHoYo, or Hoyo first, I mean. As the Pentagononification has drawn to a close, the crew of the Castrol Express heads to a familiar destination, the Xianzisu Lofu. Here they will reunite with old friends and meet new ones at the War Dance ceremony. This update also introduces two new 5-star characters, Yun Li and Zhao Yu, along with an uncharted map filled with various secrets of this punk ship. Additionally, the beloved character March 7 will embark on her martial arts journey. Well. That's a character development. Lastly, the special program made an exciting announcement that will captivate fans worldwide. And Fate fans, ladies and gentlemen, Honkai Star Rail will be collaborating with the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works anime. Woohoo! It is set to unfold in third quarter of 2025. So yes, this is a great news for Fate fans. Real. Alongside with that, the captivating story of the War Dance ceremony will unfold. While the Ambrosio Arbor crisis has been resolved, the Trailblazers remain crucial witnesses to Shinzu Lofu's ongoing saga. The War Dance Festival commemorates the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knight victory against the Abunicious I'm sorry, I mean, pernicious abundance. This year's war dance aims to lift up the spirits of lawful residents after the recent crisis and arrives as an invitation to allies and friends in the gesture of peace and hospitality. Trailblazers will reunite with familiar faces such as Young Queen and meet significant figures such as the Merlin's Claw, General Li Xiao of Jixing Shu, Kyo Queen, and the Flaming Heart General Yua Ian of Xinzhu Zihumi. And finally, they will also introduce a new map, the Shackling Prison. Overseen by the Ten Lords Commission, this formidable facility is where Yui and Hanya perform their duties. The Shackling Prison detains the realm's most notorious criminals, and its code imposing entrance lies hidden beneath the waters of Scale Gulch waterscape, adding an extra layer of mystery. So that's interesting. And there's more, which I will not get into that, but that's the first look of the overview what you can expect with the new update of Honkai Star Rail 2.4, which is version 2.4. I should try that one. Okay. Oh, and then finally, before we head into commercial break, as yeah, I mean, PS4 is here to stay because of PS4 is here to stay because of the cross gen, because the next gen console isn't really doing anything for now. So kind of interesting. So yeah, it will launch on tomorrow actually. A day. So yeah, the game is set to launch tomorrow. That yeah, that's a surprise. That's kind of surprising announcement. Yeah, again, it is set to launch tomorrow. Okay. Again, my computer, as always, my computer tends to lag out and freezes up for a few seconds because of bottleneck CPU that I have, and I have nothing to do. And there's nothing I can do with that one. So yeah, that as a result, my koolFM HD2 will get cut off for a few seconds, and then it will reconnect, and then my Roblox sometimes will also disconnect, which means it will bring up an error message that says disconnected. Please check your internet connection and try again. And it is not actually related to my internet, but it is related to my computer that stopped for a few seconds. So yeah, again, there's nothing I can do about it. Again, this is a dual core CPU. Even though I am hosting koolFM on my main laptop, and then that's the only computer that I have, yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, maybe if I can remedy this, I will have to get a new computer with a better CPU until then. So yeah, there you go. All right, we will now head to commercial break as we will prepare for koolNews. And if we are also live on TGON News, that will be great because we will be covering early morning headlines for koolNews Early Edition. So yeah, it is now 24 minutes after 7, and we will be right back.
from Kool Studios, this is koolNews Early Edition.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to koolNews Early Edition. Today is July 21, 2024, and we will be here to serve you the latest headlines from yesterday and today right here. Let's get into the first headlines. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Saturday enacted a law that gives no guarantee that the lowest bidder would win a government procurement contract. The new law to improve the state procurement system intends to make it more transparent and efficient so that Filipinos would get the best value for money for supplies needed in government operations while safeguarding public funds, he said. We have just signed into law a bill that will move us closer to attaining a strong, more responsive, and efficient bureaucracy. Marcos said after signing Republic Act No. 12009, or the New Government Procurement Act, NGPA, an update of the 21-year-old Republic Act No. 9184, or the Government Procurement Reform Act. One of the key provisions of the law determines the most economically advantageous responsive bid, in contrast to RA 9184's lowest calculated and responsive bid that sometimes ends up with government getting the cheapest items but with the lowest quality. This is actually an attempt to consider the qualitative, not only the purely quantitative, but the qualitative economic value of any proposal as an alternative to the prevailing practice of which we now do of choosing just the cheapest product, the president said. Marcos said the new law will free the government from the obligation of selecting the lowest bid price when there is a better choice. This will ensure that we get not only the best prices but the best deals for our clients, the Filipino people, he added. Education Secretary Sonia Agara introduced the MEARB provision as alter the procurement bill when he was senator. Another key feature of the new law is the streamlining of the procurement process to shorten the awarding of contracts from 3 months, beginning with the opening bids, to 60 days by standardizing procurement forms and institutionalizing electronic procurement. Kanan said the NGPA is aimed at promoting greater transparency, competitiveness, efficiency, professionalism, accountability, and sustainability in the government procurement process. The palace has yet to release an official copy of the new law. The president said there were new modalities provided by the law in procuring goods and services, such as competitive dialogue, consolidated offer with bid matching, direct acquisition, direct sales, direct procurement for science, technology, and innovation. This will afford greater flexibility to government agencies in choosing how to best acquire goods and services, he said. Budget Secretary Amanda Pangadaman said one of the alternative modes of procurement is the creation of an e-marketplace similar to online shopping outlets like Lazada, Shopee, Amazon, where government agencies can place orders for common use supplies and equipment through the procurement service of the Department of Budget and Management. Government agencies can just add the common use supplies to the cart and they can check the pickup and delivery status, he said. Patagaman said the e-market application will be up and running after 2 months. It will reduce the turnaround time to procure CSEs like office supplies to as short as 30 days from sometimes up to 6 months. Bid ticket projects or procurements of government agencies like the Department of Public Works and Highways and the Department of Transportation still go through the bidding process. These government agencies will have their own bids and awards committees, but the process will be sped up and streamlined using technology, Pagadaman said. It will be more transparent. There is citizens' participation in the law, so civil society can participate as an observer in the process. We have safeguards every step of the way, she said. A provision that seeks to prevent conflict of interest is the closure of relations to show that there is no blood or affinity ties between any officer of company that is making a bid to a head of an agency making the procurement. This safeguard is already in RA 9184, but another provision was added in the overall bill, which was seen by the Inquirer and the one proposed to be signed by the President to make sure that the ultimate beneficial owner of the bidding entity is unrelated to the agency officer. The law mandates that the beneficial ownership information of suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, contractors, and consultants will be required in order to participate in government procurement. The government procurement policy board was tasked with maintaining an online, publicly accessible registry of the beneficial ownership information of these bidders. Overall, the bill, if no provisions were vetoed by the president, will improve the procurement process. Finance Undersecretary Galileo Macno told the Inquirer. It corrects the fault of the previous system, which assumes that cost is the only important parameter in selecting the best product or item to procure. However, for me, the best provision of the new law is the requirement on the disclosure of beneficial owners of entities engaging in the procurement process. The creation of a public registry will greatly contribute to the reduction of corruption and increase accountability in the procurement process of the government, said the University of the Philippines economics professor, socioeconomic awareness through her TikTok and YouTube accounts. I hope that this practice will also be adopted in other government activities like the public-private partnership and the contracting process of extractive like mining. This will help avoid conflict of interest in the issuance of government contracts, Macdo said. Former lawmaker Terry Rigdon, a lawyer and convener of InfraWatch PH, said the NGPA should be able to stop procurement highway robberies like the purchase of billions of pesos worth of price medical supplies at the height of the pandemic and the Department of Education's purchase of 2.1 billion pesos worth of allegedly outdated and overpriced laptops by the PS-DBM. While new procurement modes and mechanisms will be implemented by the new law, the public should remain vigilant in each and every procurement transaction, particularly those involving high-value projects in the hundreds of millions to billions of pesos, he said in response to a request for comment from the Inquirer. Without public vigilance, malevolent and corrupt forces can still persist despite meaningful procurement reform, Redon said. He said the implementation of an e-marketplace should come with competition, efficiency, transparency, and accountability principles. This will mean that the largest number of competent and credible suppliers and vendors can join and participate in the platform with ease, as the e-marketplace has clear safeguards against price fixing, fictitious scam vendors, and sales, corruption, and other malevolent activities. Senate President Francis Escudero said in a statement that the law marked a significant step forward in our commitment to transparency and accountability and reduce opportunities for corruption. It is essential that we have a transparent and accountable procurement process that delivers the best value of taxpayers' money, Escudero said. Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino said the NGBA will enhance public services and promote greater transparency through the streamlined procurement process. On May 21, the Senate approved its version of the NGPA bill on third and final reading with 23 votes. The following day, the Senate and the House of Representatives ratified the bicameral report that reconciled the disagreeing provisions of the Senate bill and the House bill, which was approved on December 12, 2023. To protect the sanctity of elections and the integrity of the Commission on Elections, COMELEC, the pro-body launched a new task force to combat disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation, including those committed using artificial intelligence and deepfakes. The task force katotohanan, katapan, at katarungan sa halalan truth, honesty, and justice in the elections, launched at the conclusion of the stakeholders forum and consultation dialogue entitled AI and Philippine Elections Decoded, that the Covenant hosted on Thursday at the University of the Philippines College of Law in Quezon City. The task force KKK sa halalan will be tasked to monitor and regulate posted and published contents on quad media, TV, radio, print, and online, debunking, preemptively correcting decisive misinformation, and debunking malicious and erroneous information against the COMELEC, its officials, and the electoral processes. The task force will undertake voter education and information efforts and report and recommend for prosecution the predators of misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation and malicious actors of AI-generated materials and deepfakes in elections. The Commonwealth said it was hopeful that the activation of the task force will help set the tone for the crafting of further legislation on the matter. Commonwealth Judge Erin Garcia and Commissioners Ray Ulay, Ernesto Ferdinand Magceda Jr., and Nelson Carles, who is in charge of the task force, led the official launching. Garcia appealed to the participants representing the academic, legal, and information technology communities, political parties and party-list organizations, citizen arms, and other interest groups to help and support the Commonwealth in coming up with sound policy guidelines in relation to disinformation and misinformation on social media and the internet, absent a law defining AI and deepfakes and punishing its misuse and abuse in our jurisdiction. We want to know what part of AI that is being used for elections should be regulated and prohibited, if any, and if regulated and prohibited, will we be violating any law outright? Garcia told reporters in an interview on the sidelines of the launching. He said the poll body is targeting to issue the guidelines by the second week of August. At the forum and dialogue, Commonwealth solicited high insights and input from stakeholders to help the poll body formulate a sound, relevant, and effective policy in navigating and addressing the challenges in the rapidly evolving technological landscape as it relates to elections. Cognizant of the uncertainties and difficulties in dealing with false information and malicious actors on the digital front, an issue which is not solely borne by the poll body, by all stakeholders, including the voting public as well as political parties and candidates, the Commonwealth at the outset deemed it best to engage and involve everyone through a consultative and collaborative process, the poll body said in the statement. It added that despite the limitations imposed by the current legal framework in the regulation of election propaganda and prohibition on propagation of information in elections, it will not hesitate to employ its broad and plenary rulemaking powers to issue appropriate rules and regulations, lest it be remiss of its constitutional duty to ensure the holding of free, orderly, honest, peaceful, and credible elections. And finally, before we head into the news alert forecast, which is cold weather, the Court of Tax Appeals has upheld the acquittal of Nobel laureate Maria Ressa and her online news company, Rappler Holdings Corp., in the last of their 5 tax evasion cases. In the decision on July 16, the CTA's Second Division junked blackout majority petition for Orari filed by the Office of the Solicitor General in December last year. The petition sought a reversal of the Pasig City Regional Trial Court decision clearing Ressa and RHC of tax evasion for the alleged failure to correctly file and pay their taxable income in the second quarter of 2015. It also asked them to pay their value-added tax VAT dues for the period amounting to 294,258.58 pesos with surcharge and interest fees. But excuse me. But according to the tax court, it found no grave abuse of discretion, owing to lack or excess of jurisdiction on the part of presiding judge Anantres Nejo Toma Cruz of RTC Branch 157 when she dismissed the case on September 12, 2023. Records show the petitioner OSG was given an ample opportunity to present its case and was able to present and formally offer its evidence. Read the 15-page decision. Absent any showing that there was mistrial that amounts to a denial of petitioner's rights to due process, or that Toma Cruz committed an error of jurisdiction in the presentation of the evidence presented by the parties, certiorari certainly not lie, it added. The tax court pointed out certiorari is not the appropriate legal remedy for the OSG's pleading to nullify the filed DC decision because the writ of certiorari is granted in cases when the trial court allegedly abused its authority as to deprive it of its very power to dispense justice. In maintaining the RTC ruling, the CDA cited a 2006 Supreme Court decision explaining that no grave abuse of discretion may be attributed to a court simply because of its alleged misapplication of facts and evidence and ignores conclusions based on said evidence. It added a statutory petition is issued only to correct errors of jurisdiction and not errors or mistakes in the findings and conclusions of the trial court. All right, we will be getting ready for the weather forecast in just a bit. Let me just get the cup right now and then send it to Therapy. Okay, while we wait for the cold weather, while we wait for the while we wait for Terry to get ready for the weather forecast, we will cover a little bit more, which is the Philippine banks and airlines have its operations restored, meaning they're now back to normal. The banking and airline industries in the Philippines, which were directly affected by the global outage of tech giant Microsoft on Friday, had restored much of their operations by Saturday. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas said on Friday night it had been monitoring the outage and required financial institutions under its supervision to provide updates and activate their resilience and continuity plans. The BSP said the financial system remains resilient with alternative channels and digital platforms available for individuals and businesses. Bank of the Philippine Islands, BDO Unibank, Metropolitan Bank, and Trustco Metrobank and State-owned Land Bank of the Philippines all said their digital channels were already restored by Friday night. The Manila International Airport Authority (MIAA) said operations at the country's gateway, Aquino International Airport, was normalized at 11 p.m. on Friday. But at least 45 domestic and international flights were cancelled the next day following the outage. 8 local and international airlines were affected, according to MIAA, AirAsia, Cebu Pacific, Etihad, Jeju Air, Jetstar Asia, Jetstar Japan, Scoot, and Hong Kong Express. Cebu Pacific and its sister company Cipgo canceled 34 flights on Friday and 38 on Saturday. Carmina Romero, the airline's communications director, said on Saturday morning that flight operations would take some time to normalize. But by 1:30 p.m., Cebu Pacific said its technical teams had made significant progress in restoring its system. AirAsia said its system was back online by 2 p.m. on Saturday, but added that there could still be multiple delays and cancellations. At Davao Airport, 1,400 passengers were stranded on Friday night due to flights affected by the outage. But that number had dwindled to 39 by Saturday, according to the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. All right, Tarabi, is the weather forecast ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? Okay. All right. While we wait, I guess while Terry is still preparing, well, we can do a little bit more. Again, excuse me. We'll do just one more. Okay. The Land Transportation Office (LT) on Saturday said it was already coordinating with Fiber Philippines to restore access to the Action the Spot hotline number, which the agency had tapped to expedite the processing of the printing of plastic printed driver's license. LTO Chief Victor Mendoza II said the agency's IT personnel lost access to the Action the Spot hotline 0929 292 after it was flooded with inquiries and requests for printing of driver's license. On behalf of the LTO, I sincerely apologize for this incident. Be rest assured that we will continuously work on this to restore our access and eventually facilitate the printing of a plastic driver's license of our countrymen, Mendoza said. As of Thursday, July 18, the LTO said the number of requests and inquiries already reached more than 9,000. The agency tapped the hotline last weekend as a platform for around 5% of motorists who have yet to get their plastic printed driver's license. Mendoza earlier ordered the use of the hotline, amid reports that there are still a number of motorists who are yet to get their plastic driver's license. He said motorists could send the photograph or scanned copy of the paper printed driver's license through the hotline's Fiber platform. Mendoza said the backlog for the plastic driver's license has been resolved, so motorists should not be using the paper license anymore. Alright, there you go. Okay. Okay. Any updates on therapy? Any updates? Okay, so according to the technical to the technical team, is that it's ready, but there is a problem with the audio. So, well, we're gonna have to save that for later, I guess. But yeah, all right then. Until that, not until that, but in the meantime, we will stop here for koolNews Early Edition for its first gap. So hopefully, in the second gap of koolNews Early Edition, you'll be seeing the weather forecast. But for now, that will be but for now that will be it for the. I'm sorry, but that will be it for the koolNews Early Edition for this gap, and we will continue with more headlines later, including the weather forecast of what's happening and what in the situation. Okay, so in the meantime, we will take another commercial break as Hello Pilipinas will be right back.
Anong asing kilig sini?
It is exactly 8 o'clock, and if you have just joined us with us, if you have just joined us, well, good morning to you all, and welcome to Hello Pilipinas. Here, what we have covered so far in the previous hour is that we talked about my branding, my new online identity, which is Cairo. Yes, I have now Cairo instead of Asphere, which is simply Cairo. So yeah, and also we talked about the gaming news as well, and along with the first gap of news, along with the first gap of koolNews early edition. Okay, so now let's continue with the. Oh, okay. Right then. Okay, all right. So let's talk a little bit of get into the lifestyle now. All right, so I'll show you some tips now. Excuse me. All right. Okay, here we go. Well, are you one of them who is stressed out? If you are one of them, well, let me show you 4 ways on how you can manage your high cortisol level. High cortisol levels are likely everyone's number one enemy right now. Cortisol is a naturally occurring hormone that helps support our general health. The hormone normally fluctuates to help our energy levels, like rising when we wake up and falling when we are about to sleep. The problem is when chronic stress forces our bodies to smart cortisol. And who isn't chronically stressed in 2024 when every day is rife with unprecedented events? Having consistent high levels of cortisol due to stress can negatively impact our health. It can be responsible for different physical and mental issues like anxiety, trouble sleeping, weight gain, and even heart disease. Cortisol can also contribute to flare-ups of other diseases like asthma because it lowers your immune system. It's important to understand that cortisol itself isn't the enemy. It's how our body keeps cortisol levels high as a response to the awful things that keep happening. While we can't do much about the external factors in our life, there are still a few natural ways to deal with high cortisol to help us feel better. Now let's get into that and how you can manage those levels. Right, number 1, control your caffeine craving. Too much of anything is bad, but too much coffee is worse than we all drink. I'm sorry, not drink, think. It's not a crime to enjoy a cup in the morning, but ingesting high levels of caffeine is linked to increased cortisol levels. And it might wake you up at first, but you'll be reaching for another cup after your crash. It's typical, especially if you're an iced coffee girly. It's for the best. Number 2, we all know eat more meals. We all know that eating more nutrition-rich and well-balanced meals is for us. But if you're really trying to get your cortisol under control, it's time to actually follow through. Diets that are high in sugar and saturated fats are directly correlated to increased cortisol production. Many of us, myself the other included, seek stress relief from eating good food, but the temporary joy of overindulgence can result in more stress down the line. Number 3. Yes, the ironic line, touch some grass. If you ever had the sudden urge to abandon everything you know and move to the mountains, you should temporarily listen to your body's demands. City living is a main contributor to our collective stress because of the noise, population, pace, and cost. Ditching the city once in a while will do your mind and body wonders. Yes, that's the third way of that's the way of touching some grass, people. That's the way of touching some grass. And finally, exercise. Sadly, no matter how nice bed rotting is, exercising will always be better for us and our overall health. Aside from triggering endorphins or the happy hormone, it does a great job of lowering cortisol. This cortisol lowering effect when you exercise is especially helpful when you get older. There you go. That's the tips on how you can reduce your stress with and your cortisol level. So this may help you. This may help you, especially the third option. Third and fourth will likely help you. Yeah, it will likely help you with that one. Okay. All right. What's next? Let's talk about the food lovers for the food lovers out there. Um, we will be reading Cass and Holly, which is the BGC's newest astrology themed restaurant. Yup. Cass and Polly, BGC's latest food and beverages newcomer, is coming in hot with some serious serving of cosmetically good food. Just when you think the dining scene in the metro has been filled to the brim with a plethora of concepts, a new novelty restaurant comes in with the unexpected. A curated experience through the lens of astrological science, particularly your horoscopes. Situated along 9th Avenue, a few steps across the ironic Nike store in Bonifacio High Street, Cass and Polly stands unassuming with its interiors marked by shades of Ghent blue. Being mostly for a purist for food, they have to admit that they're generally skeptical of gimmicky concepts, but curiosity always finds its way to make you try something at least once. I will show you the photos in just a bit. Let me get the screen share right now. There we go. So this is the picture. You can see this the inside of the restaurant. That's Cass and Polly. What it looks like. Here's the next one. You have the coffee and cocktails, and there's a lot of cocktails there. And yeah, this is the owners. I believe this is the owners of the yeah, I believe this is the owners of the restaurant. So yeah, now let's continue. We reserve for the big three, Cass and Polly's 5-course set menus that represent the sun, moon, and rising signs. Prior to the scheduled dinner, they ask for your birth date and time of birth. Upon entry, the staff hands over a sticker of your horoscope, which they instantly place on the top. A nice touch to signal the start of the Cass and Polly experience. We were led to the Gemini launch on the mezzanine of space set with dim lighting to set the tone of a 1.5-hour course. They were immediately served a welcome drink, a tropical beverage with bright musical cues. And if we look here, this is the holoscope, as you can see. The holoscope. But wait, there's more. Here is what it looks like there. So this is what you do here. You have to like choose what your sun, moon, and rising sign are. Like, say you are creative. For the moon side, let's say you're bratty, or the rising side, let's say you're a human-like dictator. It can be anything. So for me, I would say responsible. I would say that's what sun sign. I would say emotionally detached, and for rising sign it would be socialite or perfectionist. That's my thing. So this is how you can fill in there. Or actually, I don't know if I really don't know if you can fill it out on your own, but oh yes, you can. Okay, here you go. You can. Okay, let's continue. A 7 pamphlet listed the course offerings paired with a description per item, with each course with the label up to a horoscope. Liberal for soup, cancer. Oh god, cancer for appetizer. Gemini for entry number 1, Scorpio for entry number 2, and oddly the dessert was unlabeled and simply placed as is. So there's a little disclaimer before they type in. You have to know that they're not exactly the most horoscope savvy person. At most, they have an inkling or two about their sun sign, but they rarely catch themselves using astrology as a for behavior or personality. So yeah, very interesting, huh? Looking back, this made the experience a lot more exciting and paved the way for this much needed party surprise coming in with zero expectation. And they owe it all to the food of cast and poly marked with character, flavor, and innovation. Each course was placed on the beautiful ceramic, adding to the novelty of the theme and of the ambience. So this is a good start. As you can see, this is the Libra inspired soup starter. I don't even know what it is called. It is Libra's inspired soup. Again, I don't exactly know the name of the soups here. So I will not know for sure until I go inside that restaurant. Which, yes, I do live in Taguig, by the way. So I do get it. So yes, I can visit BGC. I do get to visit BGC, of course. And maybe I can inside that. Maybe I can go inside that restaurant someday. Since yes, I'm just like what few kilometers away to BGC. So yeah, there's a good chance I can have a taste on that one. Or have a good, or maybe I should say, or I can have a visit to that restaurant. Let's continue. The cancer appetizer, it looks like this. Well, that's silly looking, but looking good there. And finally, the Gemini entry, which I think has beef, not beef, but pork. It has pork, the tomatoes, and all the goodies. We won't know for sure. And finally, this Scorpio team pasta, nice, and cucumber, Brazil, and mint scorbet. I remember this is not an ice cream. Oh god, this is not ice cream. And this Gemini team Cortel. It's like this one. And there you go. So what Cas and Polly looks like, ladies and gentlemen. So again, this is very interesting restaurant, but if anyone is interested in visiting this restaurant, it's located in W Globe Center, 9th Avenue, corner 3rd Street, Bonifacio, Globe City, in Taguig. So again, if you guys are interested in visiting that restaurant, you can come over to that restaurant. Again, they did not say that it requires 18 years and older, but most likely it does require 18 years and older. So yeah, there you go. Again, guys, they do ask you for the date of birth. So if you are, I think if you are under 21 or 18, they might not allow you to go in. So I think, but they did not say how much. They did not specify what's the age requirement. So there's that. All right. All right. We will have more coming up later with the how do I say this, with the what's happening in showbiz later. That's part of Hello Pilipinas, not koolNews, but Hello Pilipinas. But yeah, time check, guys. It is now 60 minutes after 8, and we will have more coming up. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hello Pilipinas. Okay, so let's continue with the continue with um continue with the entertainment now. All right. Okay, so let's see what's new in Philippine entertainment. Not Hollywood because Hollywood is slow. All right, so let's get into that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But this is from yesterday, huh? From yesterday. All right, start. Let's start with the first. Um, let's start with the first entertainment happenings. I Dallas Alice showed herself lying on the floor of the airport in the United States after the flight's disruption caused by the global outage of, not actually Microsoft, but crowds. The comedian documented her experience through a video she shared on her Facebook page on Friday, July 15. Nang dahil sa software global outage na ito, umiga na lang ako sa sabik sa Charlotte International Airport. Salamat at may wala ako gumot at unang, she wrote in the caption. Diyos kasama ko, aking baby ko, Sofia. Siya ang kikaso ng flight and luggages namin. The Dallas Alice said she was still thankful that her daughter was her because she would have not known how to handle the situation if she were by herself. The comedian then just opted to travel by land to get to her destination. So this is what Dallas.
Maganda pa rin naman kami. Kahit dali, matutulog na lang ako sa sahig. Super, edges. Ewan ko ba dyan? Sakit nila sa pants.
Yeah. As I just saw in the video, Della Alice was lying down in the air. And wait, there's more.
Oh, di ba? Ready na for the beauty talk today. Parang hindi ako galing sa masalimuot na buhay today. Di ba? Fresh na agad, di ba? Habang kanina, nasaan? Nasa on the floor sa anis. Nakaka-lurky. Ngayon, ang lola mo, fresh. Of course. MC Aesthetics yan. Diba? Bongga ka. Let's go para sa ating beauty party. Lang.
Good for her. Okay, next one. Janet De Leon debunks the rumors with Rob Gomez. Oh wait, I got mentioned. Let me just check. TVH Universe. Okay. Apparently, before we continue with the showbiz thing, the Geometric has an announcement regarding the Fanmade Archive. So, yes, indeed, Fanmade Archives is coming back as a standalone channel, and it will be the home for all Fanmade content from PH1 to PH5. So, requests are being set up as of now with a new email, which more details will be shared later. So stay tuned for an announcement from Geometric when he is ready to take some email where you email the request to FileMate Archives. And Geometric is
Good
here
morning.
to explain.
Good morning, guys. Sorry, guys. I was a little sleep. Go. Something sleepy. But yes, starting soon, we will be reviving the one and only legend FanMade Archives, but there will be no Discord server at the moment. Walang Discord server muna na yun, pero for now, we will be allowing requests. We will be setting up a request. We will be announcing it in a later date, but for now, it will be the new home of DFW, PH2, TVH, Shine Universe, Liga Fanmaders, Terebi TVU, and of course, your Kobe, and as well as international content from IYTS. We will be renegotiating with IYTS to bring their content to Fanmade Archives for more variety. And for our requests, of course, our request will be open soon once we release our brand new email because apparently Google is a little bitch.
Oh, okay, yeah. Google is really how do I say, what should I say? Very aggressive when it comes to handling the abuse, even though we did not do anything wrong with the our former request emails of Family Archive.
They thought we are doing illegal. They think we are
We
doing
were not.
illegal.
They thought we were doing illegal. Think again, Google. We are not doing illegal.
Also, Fanmade Archives now under new management. It will be under a trio. Tatlo yata ang... Ay, apat. Five
Oh,
people.
apat. Okay.
Five people. It will be managed by Class MC. Class MC, myself, Subliminal Submarine, the NBS owner, Ati Athena, and of course, Asphere. So we
Which
are
is
both
Akal.
managing this together.
Mm-hmm.
Asphere leads the department for uploads as well as for, of course, the email. He owns the email. He literally made it in Outlook. So thank you. So if Microsoft does not terminate our account, I think I should worship Microsoft, even though they made shit with Copilot.
Oh yeah. That would be awesome
So
if Microsoft does
if
not.
you're watching this, Microsoft, do not terminate our email because if you do, I will boycott Microsoft.
Very well said. Very well said.
I will switch to Linux tomorrow if you do that.
Very well said. Very well said. Very well said. Okay.
Also, hello Pilipinas. What time is it? It's now 8:32.
8:32. 8:32. Okay, let's continue. Show a bit. What's happening here? All right, let's continue. Jen De Leon put an end to speculations that arose after she and Rob Gomez were recently spotted dining out in Taiwan, saying she's not in a relationship with the actor. In an interview with TV Patrol, Darna Star shared that she felt bad for the Kapuso star because she was apologizing to her as she got dragged into the dating issue. Noontime may na-upload ako. Minsan na lang mag-upload sa Instagram. She laughed. Nakahip.
Nahirapan kaya mag-English, pre.
I'm trying to do my best, okay? I know. I'm trying to say. Okay.
Mga kaibigan po, first language ni Asphere kasi English.
Yes.
Last ang Filipino.
Yeah. Correct.
Siguro
Yes, correct.
siguro din Indonesian din yan.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. Okay. Yes, did you have an English Okay, leader Geo. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's continue. There's an English statement, but I will get into that later. But I think I want to say I'm getting better in pronouncing Tagalog, but I'll keep going.
What you should
Di
learn
naman,
is try to slow down. Try to slow down. And of course, in your free time, you should try reading the words. You should try learning. If anything, you should not stick with your main language if you're trying to learn a new one, because that's how I was able to learn. Improve my Filipino.
fair enough.
Another tip is that you should you should really watch a lot of Filipino content. Basta mga Tagalog, huwag mo muna mag-Tagalog muna. Pwede mong
fair.
huwag masyadong English masyado kasi mas lalong mawala yung basta mawala sa isip yung Of course, you need to practice try pronouncing properly. Kasi
I am practicing. So yeah, I am practicing.
kasi kung mag-quan ka kasi parang yes, pero try mo lang. Do it like Pilipino.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
Okay, I'll
tomorrow,
continue.
guys, tomorrow, bukas.
We already announced this earlier in the first hour that we will be having a huge pack of Sona coverage, right, Gio?
Yes, guys. Abangan nyo ang uncensored murahan ko doon. De joke lang. May tulugan sa hapon. Abangan nyo yan.
Real.
May tulugan special coverage live sa TVH Network.
TVH. Okay. All right. Let's get. I'll now finish. Let me finish the showbiz headline. Okay. So this is what the actress said. Di naman alam na naka-article na kami. I feel bad na rin Rob kasi so sorry siya sa akin. Sabi nila sa akin, Jane, damay ka pa, the actor. In the English statement, time I uploaded something, I saw them upload on Instagram. She laughed again. Not again, but Rob was caught in the camera. We didn't know that articles had already been written because of it. I also feel bad for Rob because he apologized to me and said, you got dragged into my wife. Okay, you got dragged into this. Earlier this month, Gomez and DeLeon made headlines after the latter shared her video reaction Ichiran noodles for the first time. In the middle of the former took a peek into the camera as he was sitting beside the Kabamila star. Gomez made headlines last year after he made after his conversations with his Magadilak co-stars Herlim Manalo got leaked online. All right, and I think that is all for the show. What's happening in showbiz happening. I'll leave the rest so if he has any.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news from our partners in Hydra Broadcasting Corporation. Hydra will now air the new CW of Nexstar Media Group. Now, if you do not know what is the CW is an American commercial broadcast television network that is controlled by Nexstar Media Group through a 75% ownership interest. The CW is basically, how can I say this? It is the 5th largest network, if you think in ratings, behind Fox, but at least ahead of My Network TV in the United States. Now, Hydra has been collectively called the UPN of the Philippines, and of course after the merger with the Television Pilipinas, which is also known as the WB of the Philippines, they formed the Hydra that is today. And Hydra is considered to be the spiritual successor of HBC and TP, and also collectively known as the CW of the Philippines. Now, today, it has been announced that the CW will have its relay in many Hydra stations owned by Allied Communications, the largest stakeholder of Hydra Broadcasting System. Which means you can now see your you can see more sports on Hydra. There will be no more original programming in Hydra. We will be canceling all of its shows. That is, yeah. We'll
More
be canceling
sports.
all of their shows. CW soon on Hydra.
Yes. More sports on Hydra on its main network, right, Geo?
Yes, more. We will have the CW Sports on Hydra. We'll have CW programming such as a All American Superman and Lewis, All American Homecoming, The Librarian soon on October 24th. There's also unscripted docu-series such as Mysteries Decoded, 100 Days to Indie, Crime Nation, produced by, I think this has to be produced by some News Nation bullshit. I don't know, fuck that shit. Reality TV such as Lovers and Liars, Patty Stranger, The Matchmaker, Police 24/7, Hostage Rescue, The Big Makeover, the Variety. There's a lot of programming from the CW, guys, ladies and gentlemen. The C. Oh, there's okay. If you want more, if you want to know, what will the CW in Hydra will air, the sports part, they will be airing Live Golf, ACC Football, ACC Basketball, Arizona Ball, Pac-12 Football, NASCAR Infinity Series, and my favorite WWE next. So stay tuned on Hydra for more programming. We will no longer have,
That is
we
correct.
will have 90% no, we will have 60% news and 40% sports. Let's go. Let's go.
And 0% for non-sports, right?
Yes, zero, no, 39%. 39% for sports and 1% for original programming.
There we go. 39% for sports and 1% of other
So
programming
in
not related to.
conclusion, watch Hydra. We will need ratings or we will sell off Hydra to our stakeholders.
That's correct. Go. Okay,
Hydra
time check.
is
It is
Hydra is lugi. They have been losing billions of dollars. Did you know that the
and they
CW
need to
also
be.
lost a lot of dollars too? The CW lost a lot of money ever since its inception.
Mm-hmm.
You
All
know,
right.
the UPN and the WB lost a lot of money. But when the CW was formed, they even lost a lot of money too. So what's the point? We will, ladies and gentlemen, we will make Hydra profitable. Let's go, guys.
Yes, I agree. All right, guys. It is now 80 minutes before 9, and we will be getting into the last gap of this early edition, including the weather forecast coming up. So stick around. Hello Pilipinas will be right back.
Yeah, yeah. This is home.
Doctors.
Live from Cool Studios. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews Early Edition.
Yes, it is. It is the last step of Cool Early Edition, and we have some headlines to quick cover. Geo.
Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, we have some news on koolFM regarding shows in koolFM. As you may know, My Tulugan has premiered today, and so did the TWC Talk with Sen on its slot 9:45. However, the 9:45 slot is not permanent. It will be reverted back to 10 p.m. starting next week. Now, we also have news about regarding Asphere's Cafe. So let's explain it for Asphere.
All right. So I have previously said in the first hour of Hello Pilipinas that Asphere's Cafe will be split into two shows. Asphere's Cafe will have its last airing on Thursday, with the show being split into two starting with the show being split into two starting week. So yeah, one will be for the tech and one will be for other, which is my name under it.
How many minutes?
Oh,
And what?
1 hour. Still 1 hour. It will still be 1 hour.
Yeah, but
It will
how
still
many?
be 1 hour.
But you're splitting the show. So where would you place the time slots?
Same time slot. Same time slot. Same time slot. It's just we will have a show split. Dream gave the idea that he wants it split, so we have time to cover.
So what time
Yeah.
slot?
7:30 to 8:30. 7:30 to 8:30. So Mondays, Wednesdays will be the Mondays and Wednesdays will be Wednesdays will be the let me speak. Mondays, Wednesdays will be the tech about tech, fully tech. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be other side, which is entertainment.
Okay. Pangit ang time slot, 0 out of 10. X.
Ekis pala.
Joke lang, guys. I will be changing the time slot later. Now, let's do for real news. Yes, I know, real news. Shocking. So, for today's news, everyone, as you may... Oh, for fuck's sake. Now, let's go with the first alert weather forecast right now.
There you go.
About the
Let's go
situation.
into cold weather. To cold weather now.
Yeah, let's do our first alert weather forecast right now. Derby, mag-ano ka na dyan? Bumangon ka na dyan.
Ready?
Magandang umaga mula sa Pag-asa Weather Forecasting Center. Ito ng ating update sa binabantayan nating bagyo sa loob ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility. Kanina alas 4 ng umaga, huling namataan itong sentro ni Bagyong Karina sa layong 490 kilometers silangan ng Kasiguran, Aurora. Isa pa rin itong tropical storm at bahagyang lumakas at may taglay na lakas ng hangin na malapit sa gitna na umaabot sa 75 kilometers per hour at pagbugso na umaabot sa 90 kilometers per hour. Patuloy ang paggalaw ni Karina west-northwestward sa bilis na 10 kilometers per hour. At sa ngayon, makikita natin dito sa ating satellite images, itong mga kaulapan na nakakaapekto sa ating bansa ay ang pag-iral ng southwest monsoon, yung hanging habagat na hinahatak ni Bagyong Karina. Kaya ngayong araw makaranas tayo ng maulap na kalangitan na may mga kalat-kalat na pag-ulan, pakulog at pagkidlat sa western sections ng Luzon at Visayas, particular na dito sa area ng Antique, Northern Palawan, Occidental Mindoro, Zambales, Bataan at sa lalawigan ng Pangasinan at sa La Union. Mas maaliwalas naman ang panahon na ating inaasahan sa nalalabing bahagi ng ating bansa, kabilang na dyan ang Metro Manila. Ngayon pa man, maghanda pa rin tayo sa mga tsansa ng biglaan at panandali ang buhos na ulan na dulot ng localized thunderstorms. Dito rin sa ating satellite images, itong si Tropical Depression na dating si Butchoy ay nandito na rin, patuloy na nasa labas pa ng ating PAR at wala ng direktang epekto sa anumang bahagi ng ating bansa. At ito naman yung magiging track and intensity forecast ni Bagyong Karina. Inaasahan natin ang patuloy na generally northwestward na paggalaw ng bagyo, and 24 hours from now, so sa madaling araw ng Lunes, yung location ni Karina ay nasa layong 420 kilometers silangan ng Tuguegarao City sa Cagayan. Afterwards, magpapatuloy na yung generally northward or north-northwestward na paggalaw ni Karina. Sa araw naman ng Martes, yung location nito ay nasa layong 390 kilometers silangan ng Calayan, Cagayan. Magpapatuloy yung pahilangang paggalaw nito patungo sa northern boundary ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility. And by Wednesday ng madaling araw, yung location na nito ay nasa layong 365 kilometers east-northeast ng Itbayat, Batanes. And by Thursday ng early morning, posible na nasa labas na ito ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility sa layong 595 kilometers north-northeast ng Itbayat sa Batanes. At para naman sa mga pag-ulan, yung heavy rainfall na dala nitong si Karina, inaasahan natin na yung si Karina magdudulot ng mga direktang pag-ulan sa ilang bahagi ng ating bansa. As early as tomorrow, July 22, asahan natin itong 50 to 100 millimeters sa mga pag-ulan. So ito yung moderate to heavy rains sa northeastern portion ng mainland Cagayan at sa eastern portion ng Babuyan Islands. So mas lalakas pa yung mga pag-ulan na ating posibleng maranasan pagsapit ng Martes, July 23. 100 to 200 millimeters, ito yung heavy to intense na mga pag-ulan sa area ng Batanes, samantalang moderate to heavy rains naman sa area ng Babuyan Islands. And in addition sa mga pag-ulan na dala ni Karina, makakaranas rin tayo ng mga pag-ulan na dala ng southwest monsoon o hanging habagat na hahatakin ng nasabing bagyo sa mga susunod na araw. So itong enhanced southwest monsoon, posible rin magdulot ng moderate to intense sa mga pag-ulan dito sa western portion ng Luzon sa mga susunod na araw. At para sa mga karagdagang detalye ng mga pag-ulan na dala ng habagat for the next 3 days. As early as today, makaranas tayo ng mga pag-ulan na dala ng habagat na hinahatak ni Bagyong Karina. Itong areas ng Zambales, Bataan, Calayan Islands ngayong araw, makakaranas ng moderate to heavy rains. Mas lalakas pa yung mga pag-ulan na dala ng habagat starting tomorrow, July 22. Mas rarami rin yung mga areas na makakaranas ng pag-ulan. 100 to 200 millimeter rains ang posible nating maranasan. Heavy to intense rainfall yan sa areas ng Occidental Mindoro, Zambales, Bataan, Benguet, Pangasinan, at sa La Union. Samantala, katamtaman hanggang sa malalakas na pag-ulan naman, ang posibleng maranasan sa Abra, Cavite, Batangas, Northern Palawan, at sa nalalabing bahagi ng Ilocos Region. Pagsapit naman ng Martes, July 23, pagpapatuloy mga malalakas na pag-ulan na dala ng habagat, mapapanatili yung mga pag-ulan na ito gawa nga ng pag-iral o yung paghatak ni Bagyong Karina sa southwest monsoon. Magpapatuloy yung heavy to intense rains, 100 to 200 millimeters, sa areas ng Occidental Mindoro, Zambales, Bataan, Benguet, Pangasinan, at sa La Union. Makakaroon na rin tayo ng moderate to heavy rains dito sa area ng Metro Manila, Northern Palawan, Cavite, Batangas, ilang areas rin ng Central Luzon sa Tarlac, Pampanga, Bulacan, Abra, at sa nalalabing bahagi ng Ilocos Region. Kaya sa mga nabanggit na lugar, itong mga areas na makakaranas ng direktang pag-ulan ni Karina as well as yung southwest monsoon o yung hanging habagat, asahan natin or patuloy tayong maging handa at alerto sa mga banta ng pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa, lalong-lalo na kung tuloy-tuloy ang pag-ulan na mararanasan. Posible rin yung pag-apaw ng ating mga ilog at dalampasigan. Inaasahan natin na mas mataas yung tsansa ng pagbaha, especially kung nandito tayo sa elevated or sa mga mountainous areas. At sa severe winds naman, yung mga malalakas na hangin na dala ni Bagyong Karina. So sa ngayon, wala pang nakataas sa tropical cyclone wind signal sa anumang bahagi ng ating bansa dahil nga dito sa track or may kalayuan nga yung track ni Karina sa ating kapuluan. Pero hindi natin tinatanggal yung posibilidad na magtaas tayo ng wind signal number 1 sa area ng extreme northern Luzon at sa northeastern portion ng mainland Cagayan, possibly by tonight or tomorrow, in anticipation sa mga malalakas na hangin na dala ni Karina. In addition sa mga malalakas na hangin na dala ng bagyo, inaasahan natin na itong southwest monsoon, yung hangin habagat na pinapairal ni Karina, na ay inaasahan natin posible rin magdulot ng malalakas na bugso ng hangin sa ilang bahagi ng ating bansa sa mga susunod na araw. So starting tomorrow, July 20, starting tomorrow, makakaranas na tayo ng mga malalakas sa bugso ng hangin na dala ng southwest monsoon sa area ng Kalayaan Islands. Pagsapit naman ng Monday, July 22, bukas yan, magpapatuloy yung mga malalakas na hangin sa areas ng Zambales, Bataan, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol Region, at Western Visayas. And day after that, sa araw ng Martes, July 23, magpapatuloy mga malalakas na bugso ng hangin na dala ng southwest monsoon dito sa Ilocos Region, Zambales, Bataan, Aurora, Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol Region, at Western Visayas. At sa kalagayan naman ating karagatan, sa kasalukuyan, wala pa rin nakataas na gale warning sa anumang baybay ng ating kapuluan. Ngunit iba yung pag-iingat pa rin sa ating mga kababayan na maglalayag, especially dito sa western section ng Luzon, sa mga seaboards ng Visayas at Mindanao, dahil posible pa rin tayong makaranas dyan ng katamtaman hanggang sa maagang karagatan na dala ng mga hangin nitong si Karina at ng southwest monsoon o yung hangin habagat. At para sa karagdagang detalye sa track and the intensity forecast ni Tropical Storm Karina, makikita natin dito sa track image na ito na starting today, magpapatuloy yung generally northwestward o yung pahilagang kanluran na paggalaw ni Karina, magpapatuloy yung generally northwestward na paggalaw na yan hanggang bukas. And after that, sa araw ng Martes, gagalaw naman si Karina pahilaga. So generally northward, yung paggalaw na nasabing bagyo on Tuesday. Makikita natin dito sa ating track image na ito, magpapatuloy yung northward na paggalaw nito patungo sa northern boundary ng ating Philippine Area of Responsibility. So posible itong makalabas ng ating PAR by Wednesday, July 24. After that, kung habang nasa labas na ito ng ating PAR at malayo na sa ating bansa, magliliko naman ito, pahilagang kanluran. So northwestward naman yung galaw nito, posible nitong dumaan sa area ng Senkaku Islands sa labas ng ating PAR. At makikita rin natin dito sa track image na posible yung patuloy na paglakas or pag-intensify ni Bagyong Karina. Posible nito makamit ang severe tropical storm category by tomorrow. Magpapatuloy yung rapid intensification nito. Posible nito makamit ang typhoon category by Tuesday, July 23. So di natin tinatanggal yung posibilidad ng rapid intensification within the forecast period. So makikita natin dito sa track ni Karina, may kalayuan ito sa ating kalupaan. So mainly offshore po yung mga pag-ulan na dala ng bagyo. Pero gayon pa man, yung nabanggit ko kanina, posible tayo magtaas ng tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 as early as tonight or tomorrow dito sa area ng extreme northern Luzon at northeastern portion ng Bay ng Cagayan. At maghanda rin tayo sa mga banta ng malalakas sa pag-ulan na dala ng southwest monsoon, yung hangin habagat na hatakin ng nasabing bagyo sa mga susunod na araw. At para sa karagdagang impormasyon tungkol sa ulat panahon, lalong-lalo na sa mga rainfall or thunderstorm advisories na posibleng i-issue ng ating Pag-asa Regional Center sa ating mga lokalidad, ay follow kami sa aming social media accounts at DOST_Pag-asa. Mag-subscribe na rin kayo sa aming YouTube channel sa DOST Pag-asa Weather Report at palaging bisitahin ang aming official website sa pag-asa.dost.gov.ph. At yan lamang po ang latest mula dito sa Pag-asa Weather Forecasting Center. Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ako po si Dan Villamil Nagulat.
There you go. That's the cool weather forecast from Pagasa. And I think that will be it for cool edition. Yeah, that will be it for Cool's early edition. So since we are running out of time. So yes, for more news updates and information, keep it right here on koolFM, and you can use tip or feedback to us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. And the headlines will continue later with news at noon, 4 p.m., 6 p.m., and prime time at 9. Until then, I am Asphere, and along with Geometric, which he just left the show. Now back to Hello Pilipinas. We can conclude the show properly. All right, we are now back in Hello Pilipinas. Yeah, Geometric already left the show because he was only here to announce the fan-made archives. We was only here to announce fan-made archives thing. So thank you again. I really wasn't I really wasn't expecting Gio to show up today, but yeah, thanks again for coming. To explain on fan-made archives announcement. And yes, I am really looking forward to the comeback of fan-made archives. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned for the one and only legend fan-made archives. With that, it is 4 minutes after 9, and we are going overtime. So yes, that is it for Hello Pilipinas. As always, we will be back next week on the same time, same stations right here. Until then, I am Caro, also me, Asphere, and we will see you next week. Hello, Philippines, and good morning. Bye.